who are still waiting on the table to clear, please gather the team captain from both teams and bring them to the desk. I will attempt to assign you a new table. Once again, if you do have an opponent but you do not have tables to play on, please gather up both team captains, bring them to the tournament desk, and I will attempt to assign you a new table.
Okay, rack pack's up. 4-1. I'm on both tables now. And what I'm going to do here is just kind of unmute myself from time to time and go back and forth between the two tables. There's a big jumble mess on the on table 3 right now, so I'm just waiting for something to happen here on table 4. Again, I don't know who the teams are, and the fact that they're not wearing team shirts makes it even more difficult. But I'll just kind of go through the racks. Okay, since there's no break happening here, I'm going to go back to table 3. All right, got a break coming on table 4, and I'm kind of jumping back and forth between the two tables right now. So I don't see any chats or anything like that. Just in case you guys are saying hi or anything, I'm having all my attention basically on trying to watch these tables here. Good break. He's made a ball. Looks like he's going to be forced to take low ball, but I think low ball is pretty good here, anyways. The real trouble is this 7 ball, because I don't think the 7 goes in here, and I don't think it'll go here once the 2 ball's gone. So, but you might be able to make the 2 and stop on the 12 ball and then play the 7 in the side. Let's see. He's got a long way to go before he gets there, but he can start with the 6 ball, of course. I want to see where this 4 ball opens up to. The 4 ball goes in the corner pocket down here, so it might be a good idea to play the 6 right now and then try to get on the 4 right away. Little hard for the 4. A little bit of trouble. He's going to be on the 3 ball, which is fine. He'd really like to be like right in here for this ball, if possible. Let's see what he decides to do. He might also come down and try to come into here, but sometimes people try to break out balls that don't need to be broke. But let's just see. It looks like he's playing low English, so I think that's what he was. I'm not sure. Looks like the 5 ball still might go through here. I'm not sure if he can get at it or not. Looks like he might be able to. Okay. 4 ball up in the corner now. The problem is he's kind of running himself into trouble here. He's going to have to play this with some low English and maybe try to come into the 13 ball. Okay, we got a little bit of a mess here on this table. Sorry, I was just commentating on table 3. Now I'm back to table 4 again. MISMATCH has just brought the game a little bit closer, gone to 4-2. The guy made a nice out there on table 3. With some pretty good play. He was some pretty difficult shots he had to make, and he had some touchy position, and he got him pretty well. All right, looks like he thinks he can cut this 7 ball into the corner. Never easy being tree topped over the 10 like that. I kind of think I like taking the 2 ball, to be honest, and hitting it a little bit firm. And what'll happen is the 2 ball will come here, the cue ball will come like this, and it'll actually bump the 14. And he may very well have this 7 ball down in the corner here. And the 2 ball is much, much easier to make than the 7 ball is. So even if the things worked a little bit differently and the cue ball ended up here, he'd still have the 7 ball on the side. So I kind of like that route that I just gave you. And he's going to have a much higher chance of making the shot if he goes that way. This way here, like, he's probably not going to make the shot. And I don't know. I think, never know. He might surprise me, but the odds of making this from this position are going to be very, very difficult. Yeah, he didn't hit it very, very hard. He would never have the strength he hit it, even if he had cut it right, he never would have made the ball. So the problem is now is he's opened up everything for high ball, and if the guy's careful here, he can get a nice out. Just roll this in, bounce off the rail a little bit. You always want to play some angles, so you just want to kind of bounce out a bit like that. Perfect. So now you just roll straight up the table for the 13 ball here. Just straight top, maybe a tiny little bit of left-hand English, and just roll up nice and easy for the side pocket. Don't overhit it. Good shot. He did overhit it a tiny bit. He might decide now to go for this 10 ball up in the corner. Okay, I don't like how fast he's shooting. Yeah. He got down on that really, really quickly, and really, like, whenever you've kind of missed your position and stuff and you need to refocus on another shot, you need to really go and have a look at the shot, make sure that you're aiming it properly and going through all the steps of your pre-shot routine. He just kind of jumped right down on that shot, and I kind of felt like that he wasn't going to make it right away because he got down on it way too quick. Okay, nice cut here. Don't have to do too much. You just want to make this 2 ball, and you want to come out just like this, right? And then all you got to do from there is make the 7 ball and then just come out like this and try to come out into this area right here for the 8. You could even come up there if you want, but there's no need to really mess with that 13 at all. He could also go 7. There's no kind of wrong way, but I want to come off the bottom rail and come back up a bit, just like he's done. See, now he can just kind of go like this and draw it up into there, and there's no trouble that way whatsoever. The only way he can get into trouble is if he actually hits the 8 ball here by not drawing enough. I'm kind of worried about it, the way he's looking at it. Yeah, he didn't have any draw on it. That was the only way he could get into trouble. If he put some draw on that and draw the bottom left hand, he would have come right around the 8 ball and it would have been perfect. I don't know the level of these players, but I'm guessing by some of the mistakes and things I'm seeing that it probably in the 400 to 450 range. Kind of typical stuff that you see at that level. Well, he doesn't have a bank. I think his only shot is to really try to cut this in the side pocket. He's going to try to bank it up in the corner. The cue ball is going to be flying. You got to be careful here. Oh, he might make this. Nice try. Nice try. It's going to be tough. I mean, like, he's definitely left an out here, but it's always tough to make these long, kind of straight in shots. That's why he's not going for it. He likes the side pocket here, and I don't blame him. I think these are easier shots. Now he should be able to get on this 9 ball nicely. Okay, take your time. Take your time. Have a good look. See where you want to be. Take your time. Yeah, he's just kind of rushing through it here. I'd like to see a little more thought go into some of these patterns. Okay. Well, he's got a chance. All he's got to do is pot this 9, but It's a long pot now, and his cueing is a little awkward from where he is. He's kind of, I don't like what he's doing here. His cue's moving everywhere. No, he made it. Wow, that surprised me. His cue was all over the place, but he's managed to stick with it. Good job. Sometimes just takes a little heart. Okay, I'm going to go to the other table. Okay, what do we got happening over here now? So 2 ball, 1 ball. I don't know what he's doing yet with this 7. It may bank across here like this. That might be the plan. But I don't know how, like if he makes this 2 ball and then I don't know. He's gonna have to gonna have to get creative here with some kind of angle on this one ball to do something. So he did do that. The one will go here. Now he makes this like this, and he goes into these balls, but I don't think the 7 ball comes out, or like the 7 ball will maybe come this way, and the cue ball will go the other way. So I don't know that he's gonna like this. You might almost want to play it off the 13 and play it in this way, because then you know for sure the 7 ball is going to be moving. So the 7 ball didn't move at all, but the cue ball came over here and he really doesn't have a shot. He might have a bank here, but he'd probably have to play a lot of right hand English to help spin it into the corner, because I think the natural angle would bring the 7 ball into the 12 ball here. So you can make the bank go wider if you play with right hand English here. Let's see what he does. Again, he's not really liking his situation, because the 8 ball's blocked by an army of balls at the top corner. And he's got to be a bit careful when he goes for this, that he doesn't make the 8 in the side or something. But if he hit it a bit firm, he might open the 8 up. Yeah, he was never going to be loving that. And now Highball is in complete control for the moment. He can just make a couple of balls and maybe make a good hook, and continue from there. All right, table 3 is just about to break off. We got a 4-4 tie. It was 4-1 a little while ago, so MISMATCH has been making a comeback, and they've tied it up. Let's see what he does here. Well, he doesn't have a chance to get any breakouts right now. Like, it'd be almost foolhardy to go here. You can do it, but there's not a lot of, yeah, you can do it, but the cue ball is going to come up here. What you don't want to do is scratch. You just don't want your cue ball flying all over the table, because then there's always a chance that you can scratch, right? I'm just going to go over to table 3 for. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. The one thing not to do is scratch, and that's why you don't want your cue ball flying all over the place. So it looks like if this 7 ball goes through here with a ball in hand, then looks like he's given up that game. I think he just said, if you're going to go for this, I'd like to call a ref, and I don't blame him at all. You know, it wouldn't be a terrible idea to freeze, shoot this towards here and block the 10 ball, right? And freeze to the 12 ball right here, because it'll be hard. You'd be jacked up to make the 11, jacked up to make the 13. It'd be really hard. So that's the kind of shot that I might be looking to make right now. Okay, over on table 4, it looks I would just roll this like this. Your cue ball rolls a half an inch and the 11 ball goes to the rail and you hook them. You could have been a little more, tried to get your cue, but I don't know how good these guys jump. But if I was playing like a 600 player, I would have tried to get my cue ball to kind of come over here a little bit behind the 8 ball, just to make the jump a lot much harder. Nice hit there on the 7. He's still alive, but the balls are open now. All right, he's running the table now. He's just got to kind of keep his composure. Just make this 15. Come out here for the 14. That's all you got to do. Slow roll it in. Okay, don't hit things too hard. He could have controlled that ball much better to like here if he wanted to. So now he's a little straighter on this 14 than he wanted to be. He's going to have to jack up a little bit and maybe try and get over here for the 13 or for the 11. So looks like he's rolling it. Not sure where he's going just yet. Yeah, see, now he's got funny angles, right? Like now he's got to kind of come down here and hope he can get into here nicely. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, yeah, that's what he did. Looks like he hit it good. Good shot. Okay, just bump this off the rail. Try to come out about a foot and a bit. Good shot. Perfectly straight in. Nice out.
Okay, everybody, we're about to give away the Rocky Morris Q, the J Flowers sponsorship, a new sponsor to Western BCA. So jflowers.com, go support J Flowers. Thanks a lot for all your support and buying tickets. And we're about to pick a winner. The winner is Seth Norris. Congratulations, Seth. Thanks, everybody, for playing.
All right, back here. Tried for an off the rail kick. The 8 ball is a big hot mess right now in that group, but should be able to break everything out going for the 11. But solids are in big trouble right now with this eight ball stuck there the way it is. You know, you can make this 4 ball, but your 5's still buggered up a little bit. And 5-5, by the way, it's Rack Pack pulls one back. Good match. And back and forth. It's really not, unless he goes for the breakout. You know, I might have tried to go 2 rails here, like make that and try to go 2 rails here and try to get this breakout because you do have the 7 ball sitting down here as like a safety ball. You can play this with top right and go right into this pack here. Oh, he didn't play the right. Just a little bit of course knowledge there. I still like him making the 11 ball at some point. Uh-oh. I think he just moved the 7 a little bit and he's just letting his opponent know. It's always good sportsmanship to let your opponent know that you've touched the ball. Even if it doesn't move, it's still good sportsmanship to do that. Okay. He needed to roll that ball up. Like I said, I've watched this guy for a couple of games now. He's too quick. He needs to slow down, get more of a plan. I hope you're watching this afterwards. Get more of a plan before you shoot and really kind of think things through. Good shot here. Oh, nice try. You weren't really going to have anything, but it was a good shot. Okay, so I can't really tell how deep this 11 is. If your cue ball was kind of over here, then I'm sure that you couldn't make that 11 ball. It'd be very dangerous to come off the rail. You'd probably hit the 8 ball. So my point is that I'd be tempted maybe to like make the 14 ball and then get my cue ball over here. I'd even call the 5 ball because these are fairly easy to follow in. Just play some nice bottom here. You can do kind of both shots at once. There you go. Good shot. Now, here it is. He's got angle. Make this ball and come right back here and take this on. A little bit of bottom, left-hand English, and just come right at it, ripping at it. Here it is. Great shot. Unlucky. Oh, that's the problem. That's why I wanted him to rip at it. He didn't really play it hard enough. You want to just bust it out of there because you know that there's 3 or 4 balls in there that are going to slow you down. So he needed to really rip at that. He's got no choice here but to go up here now and try to make this 6 ball. So let's see if he can. That's about where he's got to hit it if he wants to make the 6. I'll leave the lines, let them fade there for a second. You guys can see what's going on. Let's see where he goes to. Okay. Yeah, you see he came a bit short. He hit the rail about here, and he ended up hitting the side of the ball instead. But good try nonetheless, and now no harm, no foul. Highball really doesn't have anything to shoot at the moment. So I think we're going to see some safeties here for a few minutes. While they're kind of playing with this, I'm going to go to the other table. Oh boy, that was a big scratch. Now low balls have got a really good chance here to finish this off. If this 7 ball goes right here, which I'm sure it does, you can just play your 6, go straight up the table here, right? Play your 6 straight up and get your cue ball right there so you have a little bit of angle, and then you can just stun down here for the 8 ball. So just run your 6 ball straight up to the corner. Right? Just line it up 6 inches away so you can't miss it. It's dead straight. Like he's not, I don't like how he's done it right now. He actually wants to be more to this side so that he has angle. He's gone the other way. He's got away with it. But I didn't like the way he set that up because there was a chance that he ended up straight in on this 7 ball here. He's good, but it could have made it a lot easier on himself. I didn't like how he kind of, oh no. You see how he kind of tried to help that cue ball with his arm when he shot that, and that's what's happened. He's going to have to go here now. Something like that. I mean, there's a good chance if he hits this that it's going to go in. You know, he's just got to play it nice and easy. But yeah, see, that was the problem with playing it the way he did. He got further away from the balls and he couldn't control it. You know, the way that I was explaining, it would have been very easy just to stun down. Let's see how he ends up here. I left my lines there. Looks like he's aiming. Well, it looks like he put a little bit of right-hand English on it. Inadvertent, probably, but because he came to the rail really quickly. He hit my line almost exactly, but he came and hit about here. So, which tells me he had some left-hand English on it. Little draw here. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him draw that a bit more just to make this a little easier. This is missable now. Again, this guy kind of shoots quickly. Good shot, though. Okay, a little bit of bottom. Don't have to draw it. Just do like a sliding. No, don't smash it like that. I mean, he made it, and I can't say much when you make a ball, but it's not the right way to shoot it. 6-5 for mismatch. I'm going to the other table. All right, looks like a second ball break coming here. This gentleman here is a pretty good shot, and I liked his break that he just did there too. That's kind of how I break the balls as well. I almost always do a second ball break on a 7-foot table, and looks like if I wanted to choose something right now, I would choose high ball. So I might consider taking this ball here on right now. And if he can do that, all the balls kind of go. So it might not be a bad idea. Yeah, you see, the problem with going for low ball is that now he's got this 5 ball that doesn't go anywhere, and he's going to have to work out some way to get it out of there. He might be able to do it right now. If he can make the 6 kind of cheat it into this part of the pocket, he might be able to bump the 5 and get it out here. I'm not sure. You might want to leave that 6 and now like take the 1 and then go make the 6 and bump out the 5. That kind of a thing. Well, he didn't even try for the 5, so I don't know what the plan is now. You know, you could make the 4 and maybe try to go up into these guys and see if you can get it out that way. Oh, it's tough. Don't know if this 5 ball will go as it sits right now. He's going to try and go. And what you want to do is you want to go into the 13 ball here and try to get your cue ball to drift over here. Not that way. You want it to go in. Oh, boy, he's hooked himself. Yeah, you got to be precise with your. He kind of rushed that. Like I keep saying over and over in this match, take your time, have a plan. Don't be in a rush. Stand back, have a good look at it, make sure it's going to go the direction you think it's going to go. Okay, well, I mean, I guess what I would do is probably just do a slow roll here and try to hit this side of the 5 and get my cue ball just to sit here. It's, or even bounce, kind of like what he's doing. He didn't hit it hard enough, though. If the 5 could bounce to like out to there and block the 13 a little bit, that would have been pretty optimal. But he's got a ball in hand. He's just got to make this. I kind of like just setting up right here and then stunning down in this direction towards the 13 ball here a little bit. Don't overhit it. Just try to come down to about here. That's all you need. Off the rails, fine. Just didn't want to be jacked up a little over this one, but you just slow roll this. You don't have to do anything. Middle ball, cue ball just comes to the rail, sits right here. Okay, middle ball, nice and easy. Who's that? Correct. Who's that? Okay. Nice out. Okay. Looks like he's looking at the 10 ball in the corner here. Got to watch out the scratch in the side a little bit, I think. Not bad. The only problem now is this 12 ball. He's got to figure some way. How's he going to get this ball out of here? How is he going to get it out? He's going to have to do something with it. All right. Well, everything's open for solids here. If he doesn't get out here, it's going to be trouble. I don't know. He might be able to go into this 6 nice and softly right now and stop it for the 12 ball. That's what I'm kind of wondering. I guess the 12 maybe went in the side here and he was trying to get down for that. I thought maybe just slow roll it onto the 6 and he'd probably bump the 6 out and he could have the 12 ball straight in this corner. Now, if this 7 goes in the corner straight in the side here, that's going to open everything for solids. And even if the 6, only the 6, it looks like the 7 does go. Just got to roll forward. He's covered the 4 ball a little bit, so he's not going to be super happy about that. He might be able to come out now and come across and come back across and break it out. He tried, but he missed. It's okay. 1 ball up in the corner now. Maybe draw it back a little bit. Okay, I think he's just got to, if he can draw it back a little bit and get some angle on this 5, he can play the 5 and go into these 2 balls here. And then he should be on the 6 ball. If he can split the 2 balls. Let's see if he draws back a bit. He did. Did he get enough? I don't think so. But he might have enough now to come this way. Oops, sorry. And come up here. He went into the 4, but he's got it up in the corner here. Now he's just got to roll forward and bump the 12 a little bit, and he'll be on the 6. Just slow bump. Oh, it might be too slow. Too slow. No rail. Oh boy, that's a mistake. He was there. He was trying to be a little bit too finessey. Okay, well, I kind of like just taking this and coming over here towards the 12 ball. 15, 12, and then oh boy, I don't know what he's done here. He's okay. He's okay. Now, if this goes here, that's the natural pocket to play it to now. Just come out here and come off the rail a little bit and play, into this area here if you can. Right? A little bit of bottom even, but just kind of roll off the rail. Middle ball would be good enough. Okay. 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 Oh no. Oh no. They keep giving this one back to each other. That just goes to show you, like, someone you're doing too much, right? Keep your cue ball movements small as you can. If you have a choice to make a 6-inch roll rather than a 4-foot, 5-foot roll, go for the 6-inch roll most times, because you're not going to mess that up too often. Okay, just roll this guy in. You want to come forward a bit so that you have some angle here. Then you can play the 4 and come over like this for the 8 ball, just like he did. Perfect. Now just play this nice and easy.
Okay, I understand. You're describing a shot.
Nice and easy. Now he's just got to roll this in. Doesn't have to do anything. He can play a little bottom if he wants to completely stop himself, but he can just go, dead speed, and the cue ball probably stop over here somewhere. There you go. All right. Just finished some commentary on table 3. I'll jump back on this table, find out where we're at. 10-5. Mismatch have won 9 out of the last 10 games. Well, the table's open. It's ready. It's good to go. He's just got to. What I would do is I would draw into this 10 ball right now. Get the 10 open and everything goes. Okay, he tried to go this way, which is fine, maybe. I don't think he's gotten any love there. I don't think he can make that 9 ball, and he's kind of covered. He needed to go into this a little firmer, and I really like drawing into it because when you draw into it, you're pushing your problems away from you. Here, you're going into your problems, and then this is what can happen, right? He might try to be able to cut this 10 ball and make the 14. That's probably what he's calling. Nice try. I mean, I don't think he had much else to try. Looks like he might have gotten away with something here. I don't think that 1 ball goes there. It might. If it does, then he can make a couple of balls, but he's still got this problem down here. And he really needs to be like here to solve it, because then he could make the 4 in the side once the 7's gone and draw back here for the 6 in the corner. Okay. I would play, get down here and try to play kind of, into this area right here. And then maybe not this area. It's a little bit tricky. I'd almost consider if you have angle. I don't think he's got much though. He's got some, but not much. Hang on, I'm going to see what he does here, and then I'll kind of comment again. Yeah, he was trying to go into these. He did. Didn't really help him much though. He's in trouble now. I don't know. Other than banking this 7 and trying to draw back into these balls and create something, I really don't know what else he might try. He's trying to make the 14, I think, which is pretty smart. Except he needed to do it way softer than that. He hit it way too hard. He's kind of given Stripes a chance now. Could take the 11 if it's dead straight. I wouldn't take that if I was having to cut it blind or something. But he could take the 11. Doesn't necessarily need to. He could take the 12, play with some bottom right, and come around this way again, and maybe take the 11 next, or even the 10 ball if he gets on it. You got to play it nice and soft, though. Lots of spin. There you go. Yeah, nice shot. Okay, a little bit tough, though. This is not the best. He's going to have to play this, and the cue ball is going to want to come over here. So you might want to come all the way out from here and make this ball, right? If he makes the 11 ball, he doesn't have a shot. So he's got to go with the 10 ball here. Just roll it around with topspin. You might even be able to stop it over here and play the 11 into this corner. I think that's what he's trying. He didn't hit it hard enough, though. Now his only chance is to roll this in right here, and you aim for this part of the pocket right there. His only chance is to roll that in and get his cue ball over here, and that might be a chance to finish the rack off. going to be a tough shot, though. Okay, well, he's definitely giving solids a chance now. Not easy. I would take the 6 ball first. And you could almost just, even if you want, just play a hook here. But the problem when you go with this 4 ball, if you don't get just right, it's going to be hard for you to get on the 7. That's why I like the 6. If you take the 6 and you can just roll forward just a tiny little bit, then you can make the 4 on the side and get your cue ball up here. Right? If you take this 4 ball, I don't know how he gets to either one of the 6 or the 7, depending on how he rolls it. Yeah, see, he would have had to gone like this and then play the 7 this way, which is always tough. Okay, just play this. Come down here, and you want to play the 9, and then bring your cue ball here and out here. We're almost exactly right back to where it is. That's the plan. Okay, not bad. He went a little hard, but he can just go. He can do 2 things. He can play it like this, play with some like bottom, draw it out here, and have it come this way across the table. So if he draws it, he can bring it all the way over here. There you go. Not bad. I'll take that on a 7-foot. You can just roll this in with straight top, maybe a tiny touch of left-hand English. Make sure that he can't possibly go back into the side pocket. Just slow roll it, because then you'll block the pocket on the 6 ball if you happen to miss. But just slow roll this. Oh, he's overcut it. Too much. He's left it tough, though. That 6 is no gift. He rushed that one a little bit. All right, just got to drift this in and then play for the 7 ball, I guess. Well, a little hard. I mean, he's got angle. He can make this 7. Plays kind of like just a little bit above center, which is where he's going to Q2 anyways. And he can try to get his cue ball to drift down here. That's what he tried, but he's gotten away with it. This is no, I don't think the bank is on. So ordinarily, this diamond to this diamond is a bank to the side pocket here. So this is very similar, except the 6 is in the way now. So I don't think he can bank that to the side pocket. I think what I would do is just kind of dink off this ball and try to get my cue ball down here and make it really, really tough. You know, maybe even get my cue ball like here. That's a way tougher shot from there. Is he going to try to cut it all the way down? Oh. All right, it looks like he's going for the hero cut all the way down. These look nice when you make them. Very hard though. I give him 10% chance at best here. Oh, and he scratched. You needed to play that with a little bit of inside English to make sure he doesn't scratch there. Inside meaning he needed to play a little bit of right hand English so that his cue ball came up this way instead. Okay. Now, believe it or not, I prefer playing the way he's doing it. Yeah. Even though the 7 ball is closer to the 8, it's easier to make the 6 and be on the 8. So all he's got to do is a stop shot and he's perfectly on the 8 ball. So a lot of people would leave that, would make the 6 first and then try to get shape on the 7 ball. This is a much better solution. Okay, again, they're not all shaking hands. So I think that that's Rat Pack who won that one. 10-8. All right. While I'm waiting for table 3 to get going again, looks like he's nice shot. He's got this 12 ball that's tied up, and this 11 ball still needs a bit of work. It does go into this side slowly, so you can get good shape on it. This 12 ball might go right now, so he might be able to take this on. I think he can. Oh, he miscued on the other.
will be here tomorrow. Colors, dry fit tees, and all that other cool clothing that people have been purchasing for reading. They also have some custom J1 cases. And this session, Tony and Shannon came up with a pullover hoodie by request. A lot of you folks asked for it. Beat the Billiards at the Oregon Coast. Over at Bibble Box, Steve, Carissa, and staff, they've got everything under the sun, and as I mentioned before, some rubber ducks too. Purchasing here, you don't have to pay those shipping costs. Fill up your packages. EvoSports is here. They are actually streaming tables 1 through 6. So when you are playing and assigned to that table, let your folks and friends know they can watch you. And the matches are on their YouTube site, I believe. And Vanessa's going home, but she's got her cookies and confection right here next to me at the podium. Cookies, brownies, truffles. And Bad Boys has a booth this year. And they have some cool pocket chalkers that the top can be adjusted to fit your favorite chalk. Lots of clothes, acrobats. They have a corner caddy, so talk to Dawn about that for your home table. And if you don't want to haul your cube around for those last 2 days, because you're going to start partying, go talk to Dave and Chris over at Emerald City Q Locker and Repair. Very secure location, and you can leave it here and come back tomorrow. Dave does Q repair and upgrades. He's also got some carbon fiber shafts and extensions for the Qs. And Savage Billiards over there, they're selling our Western WBCA shirts and sweatshirts. $25 for a shirt and a hoodie for $50. They got some new designs this year, and one of the things that's really cool is ask them to see the Junior Hannah Cup jackets. You can pre-order those. And last but not least, we have Margaret over there. This year's special painting is Octopus. She has it in different sizes. And as most of you know, she's got all kinds of nice paintings over there that you can take home. And Rob, he's gone for the day, but streaming of all your matches is there. And I believe he's still selling raffle tickets for a Q-Tech package. It's got case, cues, chalks, and gloves. And that's to support the Hannah Cup, which is happening in April. Top youth players in the nation, and I'm sure that will be streamed. So please support our vendors. They're here for you.
Okay, over on table 4, looks like we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Just roll this in, natural shape on the 8 ball. again, I can't remember who's who. I think this guy plays for the Rack Pack. So this might end up bringing the match to 10-8. I thought it was at 10-8, but apparently not. Good shot. Yep. And again, they're not all shaking hands and high-fiving each other. So Rat Pack, it's 10-8. They're coming back. All right. Just watch it on the other table and commentating on table 3. Now I'm jumping back to table 4. Can't believe this match. It was it looked like it was going to go pretty one-sided for the mismatch, and now Rat Pack has gotten right back in it again. These two games that you see are it now. Table 3 and table 4. The players that are on it are going to decide this match. I like this old guy in the plaid shirt. He's a good player. Looks like he banks well. Got a good head on his shoulders. Probably been around playing pool for a long time. I don't mind going for low ball here. You just got to realize where your problems are. The 6 ball can take care, well, the 4 ball can take care of these balls here right now. So he's probably going to come off the rail and bump into the 10, 11 and ask for a little bit of puck luck here and see what happens. 7 ball will be the next problem that he's got to deal with, but he could really just roll the 1 ball in and have a fairly nice shot back down here in the corner if he can get these balls out of the way. Oh, what did he do? I'm so surprised. I'm so surprised that he didn't go into those balls and break them out. He seemed to do it on purpose, so maybe he's got a plan. I don't know what it is, because even if you if you take the 6 from the other side and go into the 2, there's no guarantee you're gonna have a shot because the 13 ball is blocking everything on down the other end. Okay, good shot. I'm a little concerned here. I mean, at this point, he's kind of got to go for the 1 and break out the 7. Try to come like in behind the 7 and bump it out, maybe so he can make it in the side later. But he's kind of running out of options. Yep, that's what he did. Great shot. Now, okay, so here's the thing. Although all of this has been really great, he's going to have to roll his cue ball just a little forward. Hopefully, he doesn't hook himself, and he's going to leave him just enough angle. Oh, he was trying to go maybe more forward to leave lots of angle, I guess. I don't think he's there though. I think he was trying to get like over here, and then he could play that. That's how probably what it looks like. So he could possibly make the 6 off the 10. The problem is this 2 ball doesn't open up anywhere. He's calling it. I think he's calling it off the 10, but I don't think it goes now. Unless he can get through straight at it. No. Yeah, he was calling it off the 10. The problem was, look at the 2 ball. Like, it was never going to get out. That's why he needed to break this out early when he had the chance. Oh, he just moved the 3 ball. It's okay because he didn't. No other ball crossed. That's on the other table. I'm sorry. I'm watching both at once, so sometimes what I see on the other table excites me. It's a little confusing trying to commentate on both tables, but I'm enjoying it. Okay. Make this 13 ball. Then I come down for the 11 and I draw back up for the 14. Okay, so make this 11 now and just do a little drawback for the 14. And then the only thing he's got left to worry about is this 15. He could roll forward and play the 15 next and worry about the 14 in a little while. Both balls need to have some breakout issues, right? Oh no, don't do that. He tried to draw back by the way he hit it. He got himself in the worst possible situation how he hit that. Maybe he couldn't make up his mind what he wanted to do, and that's what happens sometimes. You end up in the middle of nowhere. Well, yeah, I like. He's got a really good chance of hitting this 9 ball going this way. See that? So he always had a good chance of doing it, but he was hoping that his cue ball was going to stay down here, and it didn't. It's leaked out. So there's a chance here. So how you play this, it's hard when you're jacked up, but you can only hit top anyway. So you aim it a little bit thick because thin, I'm sorry, because your cue ball is going to masse a bit and go 2 rails forward just like this and come out a little bit. He would have liked to have been here because then he can make this and just roll right here for the 8. Now he's on the other side. Now he's got to I think he's got to bump these balls. He might be able to slow roll this enough. Okay, he might be able to, and just have his cue ball kind of settle like over here somewhere, but that would be a very, very touchy. He'd have to aim this too, like to this part of the pocket. You know what I mean? And he might be able to get his cue ball to drift and hold right there, but he'd have to hit it like perfect speed. I think you're better off just going in and trying to bump this. If you bump the 14, the 8 ball is going to naturally come up here a little bit, and the cue ball should just kind of settle right about where the 14 is. So let's see what he does here. Don't hit it. Don't overdo this. A little bit of stun. Okay. Instead of stunning, he tried to roll forward. Maybe it goes in this side. It would have been tough, but I think I like him going into that 14 ball, but he's left a tough shot here. If he makes it, he's probably going to stop on this 15, which is good. So if he makes this 10 ball here, he should be able to stop. If you play a little bottom, for sure he'll stop. Okay, play with a little drag bottom so that your cue ball comes. When I say drag, I mean just get it spinning, but it runs out a bit just before it gets there. This is good. Yep, stops there. Oh, he missed, though. I still don't know that this 8 ball goes from here. It might, but I'm not 100% convinced yet. It's going to be very, very hard for him to get on it unless he goes like this and plays this like that. Let's see what he does here. He might try and go 2 rails forward like this and try to come over here. Yeah, I see he did my first one. Perfectly hit. Now, if this goes, it's over. But I'm not 100%. He's probably going to want to call a ref here. Let's see what happens. I think the guys on the other table are going to let him shoot this. It might be for the win. Maybe not. Maybe he's going to shoot. I thought he was going to wait for a second, but I think they're calling a ref. I would definitely call a ref here. Oops. Sometimes, you think, okay, well, if I hit it perfectly, it's going to go in. But sometimes you don't hit it perfectly, and then there's an argument, right? So sometimes you don't hit it in the pocket exactly where you thought you were going to. If you hit it just a little bit, if you cut it just a little bit towards this side. I'm not sure what the other guy is doing. I mean, it's between this guy and the ref. So the other guy looks like he's trying to talk the ref into saying it doesn't go. But it's not between him now. It's between the shooter and the ref. Let's see how this looks. That was a good hit. Yeah, it's in. Good shot. Yeah, they're shaking hands. And that's a wrap, guys. Looks like MISMATCH takes it down. I think. Maybe not. He's still shooting. Sometimes, well, let's see what happens here. Maybe it is 10-10, but sometimes a guy just likes to shoot. But I don't see everyone else kind of high-fiving and hippity-hopping, so it might be 10-10 right now. You would have heard a pretty good cheer, I think, if that 8 ball would have been for the match. That's the hard part about them not having to wear team shirts. So this for the win looks like Rat Pack comes back and gets it done. Unbelievable. They were up, then they were down. No cheering. These guys are pretty mellow. Lots of handshakes now. I'm pretty sure Rack Pack won this. I'd like to see the score updated. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, guys. I was on the wrong wrong stream when he was making all those shots there, so nobody heard me. But anyways, congratulations. I think Rat Pack came back and took it down. They were up 4-1, then they were down 9-5, and then they managed to 10-5 even, and then they managed to come on back and take the next 6 in a row. So what a crazy match this was. Back and forth, both teams. Some pretty good play on both sides. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was mismatch 11-9. Okay. So I thought that the guy in the green shirt here was actually playing for the Rat Pack, but he wasn't. He was playing for mismatch. So my bad. Mismatch did finally get it. Although I don't think the score was 11-9. Hang on here. What's going on? Okay. There we go. 11-10 for the Rack Pack. Boy, they're having trouble with their score. So, okay, Rack Pack did get the game, did get the match. I think a lot of times they have the score sheet, the white score sheet, and they forget to do the scorekeeping on the camera. So Rack Pack comes back from 10-5 down to win 11-10. Good shooting, everybody. Thanks a lot, guys. I had fun.